You're welcome. Really glad to have you.
Thank you.
Really
Glad to
glad
be
to have
here.
you. Let me just say a little story of how I saw your work on Instagram. Um, I think it was last maybe 2 years ago. I saw one of your work or a post of yours. I saw a post of yours, and I was like, I read through the name again, and I saw Tony, and I was like, this is a Nigerian name.
Yeah.
Wow, I said this is a Nigerian name, and I had to check. And when I checked, it was black. I said, wow, this is nice. This is nice.
Yeah, I'm
From Nigeria.
Nigerian. Yeah. My parents immigrated over here about like 20, 30
Okay.
something years ago. So my brother was born there, but then they immigrated here, and me and my
Okay.
sisters were born here.
So how did you get to start UI UX?
So I actually started off my career as a graphic designer, designing things like logos, print design, animation, etc. And I was also doing website design. And a coworker was the one who told me about UX design. So in meetings, I was asking the question like, why are we doing things this way? Shouldn't we, go and talk to somebody like that uses this website to see what they think about it? But I didn't know that's what UX is all about. So the coworker, he's like, "Hey, I think UX is what
Wow.
you're looking for career wise." So that's when I went and did my own research online to discover more about UX. And from there, I've just been building my career, and I've been fascinated with it ever since. And now I'm getting into education, teaching other people of color how to get into this career.
Are you self-taught or you attended
Yes,
maybe an institute? You
yeah. So
self-taught.
it's a mixture of both. So I went to university for graphic design, and then outside of that
Wow.
is where I got my UX training all online through free resources. There was also a boot camp I took with General Assembly to learn more about UX design. But when it comes to UI design, a lot of that stuff is from just watching, um, more like observing different products that have been put out, and then I would
Okay.
try to recreate that product on my own. And that's how I've built.
So you just tell a bit about UI UX design. Just tell a little bit about maybe for like 2 minutes. Just give us like an hint for someone who does not know much about it.
Yeah, so UX in general, it stands for user experience. So it's how a person interacts with and experiences a product, a system, or a service. So think about like a website or app that you've used, that's made you frustrated, right? So UX designers and UX researchers, their jobs are to identify those pain points in those products that you're using and make sure that you don't have that experience again when you're using the product. So products that have great UX are the ones where the experience feels natural and you don't think about like, oh, why does this button not work? Or, oh, I'm trying to get this form to submit and I'm having issues with it. If you're not thinking about that stuff, then the UX is great on the product that you're using.
Because most times people mistake UI for UX. Actually, they
Hmm.
mistake UI for UX.
So UI
So
is more about like interface design. So it's a part of UX and what makes that experience
yeah.
more enjoyable for people. But UI is solely focused on what you are seeing that's displayed on whatever digital device that you're looking at.
I mean, I know of some tool. I know of. I started with Adobe XD. I started with Adobe XD, and um, I know of Figma. I know of Sketch. Right, there are numerous tools. So I would just like you to throw more light on what to get started with, which is more better to get started with.
Yeah, so I wouldn't say that there's like only one tool that you can use. It really just depends on what best works for what you've got, whatever type of computer you have. So my number one tool that I love to use is Figma. Figma is free to use, with a minimum of like
Okay.
3 artboards that they give you. So it's a great place to get started when you're wanting to get started in, whether it be UX or getting started in UI design. Um, There's also other tools that people use for things like going through the ideation process, so coming up with ideas for projects. So they'll use tools like Miro, which is more of like a whiteboarding type of tool. Um, and also too, a good old like having paper and a pen to sketch out your ideas. I would say don't worry too much about going and spending money on whatever fancy tools that you'll see out there. Go for whatever's free first. Fill it out, see which ones you like best, and also to keep in mind, like when it comes to working with clients, you'll have to adjust to using whatever softwares that they already have established within their design systems. So you may not get a say in what tools you use, but do know that there's not too big of a learning curve when it comes to jumping between the different design softwares. A lot of them are more like rinse and repeat. So once you pick up one of them, feel good. Like if you're in an interview or something, like you'd be able to quickly learn whatever that tool is that they're using.
Wow. Okay. I want to go into UI and UX, but there are some things I'm really scared about. One thing is that I feel there are too many rules. There are too many rules to it. So I just feel that might not allow me express, because as a designer, I would like to. It's a kind of sound that I like to express myself. I like to doing things. I like to just be flexible around. So the rules, if it's too much, I just. Why I'm saying that is because I've looked at different UI jobs. I've looked at posts of some persons, and I've seen I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot, but I've seen a consistent pattern of doing things. So I want to, maybe I have the wrong perception though. So that's what I'm asking. So I want to know if is there really any restriction? Is there any restriction to one's creativity while engaging in UI UX? Is there?
Hi guys, my name is EKD. Welcome to my channel. From graphics design to motion graphics, from branding to logo designs, all I do is to simplify your design learning process. You can trust me on that. I provide awesome tutorials that will help you learn fast. All you have to do is to subscribe to this channel, like my videos and share. Welcome once again to this channel. Enjoy.